I think Acer has got a lot of residual memory in the commercial space in the Middle East, especially. I think prior to 2005, we really probably were the most endemic product in the commercial and just sub-commercial space. We had a manufacturing space here, we had call centers and testing centers, and it was very, very well accepted. And really what we decided to do now was see if we could reignite some of that as the industry's changed. I think we're looking to grab the opportunity of that. And really the focus, the key focus area that we're going after initially is going to be in that SMB space. And even to define that a little bit more, between 50 users and 400 users. And of that, I think there's around about 30,000 registered businesses in Dubai, in that area, and probably another 15 to 20,000 in Abu Dhabi. So just in those two areas, there's 45, 50,000 businesses that I think we can go after. And now, what is the new wave is definitely cloud, and you can see that already. So out of those 30,000 businesses I was talking about, there's about 5,000 newcomers every year, and of those 5,000 newcomers, 72% of those newcomers are going cloud services as opposed to client server, as opposed to owning their own infrastructure, and 30% of those 70% are going complete cloud infrastructure. So they're even going device as a service, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service as well. So this is my key area. So already there's a dynamic switch in what is happening in the corporates and the sub-corporate space in the market. I don't have to do anything about it. And the wonderful thing is, everybody knows cloud services offer a 50% cost advantage over owning your own infrastructure. It's in personnel, in the best software, the best processes, etc., etc. It's very expensive to do that. Which customer out there who's selling healthcare or running their own business can afford to be 50% more expensive in their cost model and their cost structure? They can't. They have to move to the new technology over a period of time. And if I'm positioned for that, I'm in a great space to grow in that area. It's not like I'm turning up here and saying, I want Acer to become an enterprise player again. I'm being dragged kicking and screaming into this environment. There's a huge gap opened up because of these two key changes in the back end and the way that CIOs are going to be looking at their models going forward, which throws the door wide open for me to go in there and start playing. I've got the right products to do it. I've got the right channel models to do it. I'm not invested in any type of old technology. I'm really ready to tackle those two key areas. So do I think I know it's going to be successful, and this is what we're kicking off now. I think probably industries that we won't focus on are the naturally big industries where it will be harder to get into. So we'll probably not focus on finance and not focus on telcos as an immediate start. Probably more the natural SMBs, which is probably more manufacturing, where you have fewer knowledge workers and maybe larger amount of physical workers. Construction we would focus on. We'll focus on healthcare. We'll focus on accounting firms, mid-range accounting firms. The natural size of people between 50 and 400 are quite easy to identify from an industry perspective, and that's how we'll do it. We will be utilizing the channel, though. There's no doubt about that. I'm not going to populate my company with 50 people to go out and sell. We will have a small team. I am employing people now, but we will have a small team to manage and to work with the channel partners, with those cloud partners, to go out and build pipelines together. So we can stand at their shoulders, and they will be talking about changing the platform, and we will be talking about changing of the device and why it's better to use our devices on an OpEx based rather than capitalizing these products and doing business that way. So we're in a really strong position now to move, and what we've done is we've focused our efforts around territorially. So we have 3 key territories managed out of Middle East that we really are focusing on, and we have very strong ambitions from a retail perspective, a gaming perspective, and now up and coming a commercial perspective, and then some other vertical product segments like our projectors and our monitors, which we believe we can build strong shares. So We're running in most of our key areas around about the 10 to 13, 14% market share at the moment. I have ambitions to get those all up solidly to around the 20% share, and I think that we're in a position to do that because of our very focused way. Also because we are genuinely spending a lot of money in R&D on our products at the moment, and you can see that now. You know, the fact that we, for the last 2 years, have had the thinnest notebook in the world. You know, we were at 9.98 millimeters. Now we're at 8.98 millimeters, and we've had that dominance. It wasn't just a flash in the pan. We've had that dominance. We've got one of the lightest notebooks in the range as well. We've got the 21X, which is the biggest gaming laptop in the world, with two 1080 GTX cards. You know, this shows that we're spending money on a focused area. We're not having to worry about servers and storage and all sorts of other key areas that some of our competitors are. We're focusing everything on access devices, and that's really giving us leadership now. And that is now starting to translate into good sales in this retail space. So definitely. I was looking this morning, we've now got the smallest 4K projectors in the world as well, 2 or 3 that are coming to market now, which I'm sure we'll share with you over the next couple of days. So that whole installation, home entertainment industry is going to change fantastically. We're also the king of hotels around here, and a lot of these hotels have got conference type facilities. So I'm really hoping that we're going to be able to, as another market, we'll be able to dominate. So, you know, Acer's a company really that has gone through some bad times, especially around that 2012, 2013 place. But we've turned the corner. You know, our last quarter's numbers, we had our best ever profitable quarter in 28 quarters. Last year was a very, very solid international year for us. So Acer worldwide has definitely become a very robust player in that space, growing market shares, growing revenues, growing margins, and Middle East is it's starting to rock now. We really are starting to make a difference, I think. You know.